It's it. What's up, guys? We got the Packers are the best football team in the world podcast coming to you. Oh, no, that's a different one. Sorry. I got confused there. What's up? It's Par. It's myself. And, we are, man, it's a beautiful morning here in Denver. What's going on over there in Wisconsin, Par?
Well, in Wisconsin, we have the 3-0 Packers, the 3-0 Badgers, and the playoff-bound Brewers.
Yeah.
And likely your home of the 2020 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks. Boom.
How are the Timber Rattlers doing? Yeah, man, it's been a good morning so far. Good to see you. We've got Lloyd making an appearance here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, and I think we should start real quickly with what was your commitment last week? I forgot. Pick up right where we left off.
So I committed to reading this book, the 12-week year, and I did it.
Woohoo!
I did it. I almost swore right there.
Oh, that's funny.
One moment.
Oh man. Intermission. No, 12-week year. I also finished it, I think, for the second time I read it. I'm going to start keeping track of when I read books, because I know I've had this book for a while. And finished it for the second time. Really fired up, excited about implementing that system. And what were your thoughts, Par?
I already started implementing. Whenever you read a book like that, that's about planning and organizing your life, and really focusing on time and how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about time. We all have the same amount of it. It's just how you use it.
Yeah.
One of the things that they say in there is, a person who makes $1 million a year versus a person who makes $100,000 a year, they don't have any more time.
Yeah, they don't work 10 times harder.
And likely the person who's making $1 million a year is working the same amount, or maybe even less. They just use their time differently, and that's what it's all about. It's just a really good reminder. So I've already morphed the stuff that I'm doing to, just to be more focused and kind of follow that system and see how it goes.
Yeah. Be intentional with your time. I was talking last night with Sarah, and I think if my math is correct, it's 168 hours in a week. Is that correct? 7 times 24, 168. Okay, so 168. Let's say you sleep 8 hours a day, so that's minus 56. So that's 112. And then let's say you work 40, so that's 72 hours left. And we were kind of working backwards. I don't know if she'd ever really thought about it like that, but after, work, sleep, eating, throwing in some commuting time in there for people that have to commute, and like food prep and errands, grocery shopping, all that, it was like something like 30, 35 or 40 hours left to do, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And my point in bringing that up last night was it's really easy to lose a half hour here, a half hour there, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and it adds up so fast. It's so crazy. But yeah, the 12-week year, I'm super amped up right now about it, because I think that that's one of those books and one of the systems that I hope to implement. I'm on week 2 of my first fully committed 12-week year, and keeping track of successes and things that you aren't able to accomplish. One of the big things that I took out of it, and I'll try to find it quickly here, it talks a lot about accountability, and from compound effect, accountability partners, why I work here at all. Accountability is so ingrained in our society as consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to not try to find that section of the book anymore, but accountability, they talk a lot about accountability just being ownership.
Yeah, it's ownership.
It's ownership. And it, especially, whether it's leading a team, like similar to you, or, lone wolf like myself, it's like, if you don't accomplish a goal or commitment, segue, I only finished one of the 2 books that I committed to finishing. It's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to read this one section that I took a picture of because it just floored me. Focus on the future. Accountability is not about the past, but about the future. So often we make judgments about the past as either good or bad, when, in many cases, the past just is. Forget about blame, forget about guilt, and move forward by focusing on the future and what you can do to get better results.
Mm-hmm.
That's from the 12-week year. And yeah, it's whatever happened. The past just is. So, yeah, I'm real excited about that book. I don't know if we want to get any deeper into it, but
just one more thing about being intentional about your time. It really the distractions. I was going to say what distracts people, but distractions, interruptions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not intentional with your time, you let those things get in the way of the thing that you're currently doing.
Yeah.
And so, this would not, anybody who's watching this or a part of what we're doing right now, just say that I got up and took a phone call and was gone for 5 minutes. This wouldn't work.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What would we
do? Lloyd.
What would we do?
Yeah.
When I got back, and it's like the research has shown that it takes a good 15 minutes or something like that to get back into your intentional activity if you allow yourself to get interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the thing that is most important to me. That's definitely where I let myself get distracted when I'm working on a project or working on something that's like really important to complete.
Mm-hmm.
Where it ends up seeming like it takes so long because of an interruption, where if you just didn't allow yourself to go there, you'd be done in an hour or whatever, or maybe sooner.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's one thing that's kind of rising to the top for me, especially after finishing that book. It's funny because when I sat down to finish the book, I had 30 or 40 pages, I don't know, but I set my timer on my phone for an hour. And I was like, okay, I need to read until this timer goes off.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up finishing in like an hour and 5 minutes or something. So I needed a little extra time, but I got it done. And whether it's, cleaning the bathroom or mowing the lawn or focusing on a project, it's so easy. I'm the poster child for I am for starting something, and then in the middle of that, either my phone buzzes or I remember something else I got to do, and getting sidetracked. It's so easy.
Can I tell a story about that real quick?
Yeah, of course.
So, so you and I, we used to do a lot of fun things together on weekends, and I just remember on a few separate occasions where we'd stop at the grocery store, on our way to whatever we were doing, and I'm like, all right, Kobler, when we go in there, we're gonna stay together. We're gonna get these things on the list, and we're gonna get out of here. And we'd walk in, and I'd like go to pick something off the shelf and look around, and you were gone. Almost every
True story. Oh yeah. See, it's easy. It happens so easy. That's a great example, because even, let's say there's 5 things on that grocery list. We should be in and out of there in 10 minutes. And, you had to send out a search and rescue crew to find it. Probably in the potato chip aisle. I don't know. That's where I'd look first. Yeah, but it's true. It's funny, but it's true. It's like, oh man. And it's Sunday I started just keeping track of everything that I did, from start to finish, time wise. And even when I'm doing that and trying to be real intentional, it's so easy for 15 minutes, a half hour to get lost in between the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's crazy. But hey, did you want to give any shout outs to people that had commitments, or what did you want to do there? I don't know. Do you want to?
Well, it was awesome. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people comment on Facebook with a commitment that they were making,
Mm-hmm.
which I want to like to ask all of you to update us and let us know if you followed through on your commitment. So far, we're 2 for 3 between you and I, right?
Yeah. Finished 1 book, didn't quite get through the second one, and you finished your book. I was shooting for the stars last week, man. I feel like if I don't set goals that seem crazy, it doesn't get my juices flowing.
Right.
Exactly. But yeah, let's if the handful of people want to update us, we want to hear. And if we don't hear from you, we're going to track you down and we'll know if anyone listens to what we're doing here, which we're doing it either way. So
we're going to help each other.
Help me, help you. That grocery store story is funny, and there's probably more than one occasion that happened. What do you got going on this week, Par? You want to talk about what you want to do? And
yeah, my commitment for this week is going to be to have my 12-week year plan done.
Written down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's and maybe next week what we'll do is we can share the whole framework of what that is. There's a handful of different pieces that make it work.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to commit to finishing this book. I'm on page 205 of this book, which I found in my office, a whole stack of them. It's interesting. It was written in like 1986. And he talks a lot about, some brain science and, how to tap into, our minds to really do anything. But I'm on 205. I need to get to 419. And, because I didn't get all the way through it, I'm going to be donating $10 to Dumb Friends League, which is basically like a Colorado Humane Society, and I'll get some verification of that out to everybody. What did we say? First week is 10, and if it's 2 in a row, you
donate $10 for Craig and I as well.
Oh yeah, I thought it was our firstborn, but yeah. $10 for the group.
I never updated when I the first week I had made a commitment to not have any alcohol for the month of September, and I didn't make that commitment the first week. And I had three other weeks since we started doing this back in May, since we said we were going to donate if we didn't follow through. So I donated $40 to the American Cancer Society last week.
Nice.
Just to update everybody on that.
Yeah. Good job.
And so as you know, since September 1st was the day that I had alcohol, and since then I have not still. So
sweet, man. Yeah. Keep it rolling. How do you feel? You feel amazing?
Yes, I have a lot of energy. It's hard to wind down, okay?
Oh, that's funny.
I feel really wired. I typically eat pretty dang well. Sometimes I eat too much pizza just because I'm around it. But
story of my life.
I exercise pretty much daily.
That's good.
Whether it's going for a run or just doing a quick I don't know what the right word is for it, but do a lot of like quick burst 4-minute or 10-minute workouts,
Interval training.
Interval training. If I know I'm not going to be able to go for a run, that's what I do. So, just
nice. Well, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Nice work there, Par. Let's wrap this up, and next week we're gonna kind of give an overview of the 12-week year for everybody that might be interested. If you're can't wait till then, just order the book. It's cheap, and Amazon can have it to you the next day.
And you can read it in 5 days.
Yeah, it's a really quick read, easy read. But yeah, let's wrap this up, and I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, let's go be intentional.
Adios, amigo.
Okay.